Hello my dear student, hope you are fine and taking care of yourself at your home. This is my next video after semester exams. So we are going to start our new chapter, that is Human Eye and Colorful World. Before starting the topic, please do like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for further notification. So let's start. Today we will do refraction through prism. What we will do? Refraction through prism. Now the question arises first, what is a prism? Prism is a glass material which is made up of glass material, and it is triangular in shape. It has two triangular surfaces and three rectangular surfaces, and the refraction takes place along its lateral or rectangular surfaces. So let's start that. How to do this? This activity is there. So we are just basically doing according to the concept of refraction only. First of all, we will take a cardboard. On the cardboard, we will fix the white sheet of paper and we will fix it with drawing board. And on that paper, we will put a prism and we will make the boundary of the prism. That is A, B, C. And we will make a boundary of the prism on that paper and we will draw a incident light. And on this incident light, we will locate two pins P and Q. Now, we will rotate the cardboard, or we will try to see the image of these two pins from another side, from other refracting surface. So, when we are trying to see the image of these two pins which are straight line, image of these two pins, so we will observe that it would come at this position, at these positions. So here we will put two pins. We will see first R pins, and P and Q image is visible from this side, this refracting surface, opposite refracting surface. So then we will put R, S. We will make the pricks, circles of these pricks. We will remove the pins and then we will join them to the prism surface. Clear? And then in between also. So the ray, this is which is going from the source, is known as incident ray. At this point, we will draw a normal with the help of D. We will put the D protector here, and let us take this point is E. Clear? This point is E. So N or N dash is the normal. So this angle is I. What is angle I? Angle I is angle of incidence. And we know that if you will join this, it bend towards the like this. Why it happens? Because this is air, this prism, this is the angle of prism. Angle between two refracting surfaces is known as angle of prism. Angle between the two rectangular surfaces of a prism is angle of prism. So now it is made up of glass material. So again air. So it entered from rarer to denser. So it bent towards the normal. So this is your angle R. What is R? Angle of refraction. And if triangle is not there, you would see that this ray will go extend it, then this will go straight like this position. Clear? But because of the presence of prism, we are able to see this ray here. So this ray is known as emergent ray. Let us take this point is F. So we can say that Fs. What we can say that? Fs. Fs is emergent ray. Fs is emergent ray. Clear? And which is into the medium EF. Which is into the medium E or F. That is known as refracted ray. And which is coming from source PE. So PE is your incident ray. वो हमें पहले लिखना था, we have to write it, so I am writing here. So PE is your incident ray. What you are watching at this point, again if you will draw the normal at F point with the help of protector, so you will see this angle is like this. So this angle between normal and emergent ray is known as, this point is F, this angle E, this is angle of emergence. This angle of emergence. We have got different rays. Incident ray, which is outside, PE, which is into the medium, is your refracted ray, which is again glass to air. You are watching denser to rarer. So this is the normal. So away from the normal. And moreover, due to the shape of the prism, we are watching that emergent ray is bent in the direction of the incident ray, or we can say that towards the base of the prism. So why it happens? It happens due to the shape of the prism, which is triangular in shape. Now if there is no prism, then it would go straight, but because of this prism material medium in between, we are able to this incident ray here. So when we produce it back straight, so we will see this angle, this point comes G. So this angle becomes D. What we call it? D or delta. So delta or D is known as angle of deviation. What does it mean? Angle D is angle of deviation, or with what angle? So because of different mediums, light ray changes its path, and what does it mean? With this angle it changes its path. So angle D means you are observing कि instead of going straight, this ray of light is changing its path with this angle. Like this is the ray is there, or this is the ray is there. Either you make this arc, or to show it is this angle is still same, and we give it the name D angle. See, in maths also, if you are drawing like it is 30 degree, so either you will show by this or you show by this. So this angle is same. This angle is only different when the another ray is there. With the same vertex another ray comes, then it is like that. You are having different angles, but still here is the only arc difference is there to show it. That's why I have shown this D angle. It is not increased because their vertex is common. Clear? So in book it is given with this small arc. I am showing with this big arc. So ray have changed its path with this angle, deviates from its path. So this is all about the refraction through the prism. Incident ray, refracted ray, emergent ray. And this is all process. This labeling used to come in the paper. If you will locate eye angle here, so this becomes wrong, because eye is always between angle of incidence between normal and incident ray. So this is wrong. Here is only eye. If in the paper R is not given here, R is given here with the prism surface, again it is wrong, because with normal and refracted ray is your angle of refraction. Clear? Similarly, if you will locate E angle here, so this is wrong. Where it is E angle always normal and emergent ray. So this is your normal. So this is your normal M or M dash. So this is your angle of emergence. Very carefully we have to do these labelings in the paper. Examiner always give you the wrong diagrams and then asks to you correct the diagram. Now let us do the next topic. When this white light is allowed to pass through a slit, then what we will get on the screen. And that procedure is known as dispersion of light. So first of all we will take a cardboard, and inside the cardboard we will make a hole, and on this side we will take a white source of light. White source of light. We will take a white source of light from this source, and we will put a prism here on a table. On a tabletop we will put a prism on this tabletop, and here we will put a screen. This activity is given in your NCERT. So from this hole white light is allowed to fall. So on the prism with some angle, and when we have kept the prism in between. So just I am not showing this so that no confusion would be there to you. So I am showing like this. So from the slit, when white light passes through this, so we will see that from this slit hole, when white light strikes to this prism here, so what at a particular position, not everywhere, at a particular position we will see that when this strikes here, we will get a band of 7 colors. Means this white light will disperse into 7 colors. I am not bending it up. If you will see, this is the extended incident ray. all the colors are below that. So this is your, when you are watching, this is white light here, so it dispersed into 7 colors. This is your red color, and this is your, at the base, violet color and red color. So these are not only 2 colors, in between we will get all the colors, and that acronym is VIBGYOR. 7 colors we will get: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Violet deviates, if you will see with this ray, now you can understand easily delta angle. If you will produce it at back, this violet ray, so it will intersect at this point, and if you will produce this red ray, so with this should go straight, so their point of incidence will come different with incident ray. Violet you are getting this angle, this point, red you will get this point. So I am rubbing it. So what does it mean? Ki they will deviate with different angles when you produce them. So R deviates the least. R means red color, or V means violet color. Violet color deviates the most. In between, other colors band is also there. You are watching, so on the screen we get the colors, which color deviates the least, red color, and which color deviates the most, violet. And it happens because of these, that why we are able to see dispersion phenomena, because every color have or prism have a refractive index, because the speed of light or wavelength of every color is different. So we see that red color wavelength is longest, so it deviates the least, and violet deviates the most. So first of all, Sir Isaac Newton was the scientist who observed this. So that's why he said that ki white light is made up of 7 colors. So what he has observed again, ki let's see, further splits the angle, further splits this color. So again he has kept the prism in the same position, identical prism he has taken, and again he has kept in front of it, and he has tried to split this color further, but he didn't get anything. So what he has done at that time, he has inverted the prism. What he has done, he has inverted the same identical prism like this. So what he has observed, ki whatever the colors red and violet are coming from a white light, I am talking. So what he has observed, ki when they strike it identical we have to take, so the thickness and everything should be the same. Okay, so what he has observed, so again these colors have combined and he has observed a white light. So he has proved from this activity that the identical prism, if you will put here, so you will get again combine the colors, so they again combine and they will form again a white light. With this activity, Isaac Newton have proved that white light is made up of 7 colors, and this band of 7 color which is formed on the screen is known as spectrum. This band is known as spectrum, the band of 7 colors that we have learned with VIBGYOR. What we have learned? VIBGYOR, that is known as spectrum. And the phenomena of splitting of white light into component 7 colors is known as dispersion of white light. What we call this? Dispersion of white light. Dispersion of white light. Now, can we see this same phenomena in our daily life? Yes, we observe this same phenomena in our daily life after rain shower, whenever the rainbow formation is there. So rain droplets will act as the tiny rain droplets will act as the prism, and that rainbow is always formed when sun is behind us. And we have also observed this rainbow whenever we are standing opposite to the fountain, then also, or any waterfall is there, so we can see that rainbow also at that time. So when water droplets is dispersed into the atmosphere, sunlight falls on it. So this white light or sunlight falls on it, then at that point it disperses into, it refract first and then disperse into 7 colors. So here it get reflected internally. So then again it get reflected internally, and I'm showing you with the large angle, but this angle is very small. We are not having that much greater angle, so we are able to see this phenomena. So here we are getting it red, violet, so red and violet, and when it comes to the observer on this side, so you are watching, they forms a angle, red and violet colors are there. Observer is here on the surface of earth, observer is there. So this is the raindrop. This diagram is must for the rainbow formation. Sunlight falls on raindrop, then it refracts and disperses into 7 color. Then inside the raindrop, internal reflection is there. Total internal, this reflection take place instead of going out. It take place when this angle of incidence, because from the center, if you will join it, then it acts as a normal. So when this angle of incidence becomes greater than critical angle, then it get reflect into the same medium, and that is called total internal reflection, and we are able to see the 7 colors as a bee cloud after the rain shower. Total, this is all you have to do practice related to your dispersion topic, and you have to revise all these things from your NCERT book. Thank you and have a nice day.